were talking about back to school stuff for the kids, and school is coming, or it already came. Starts at all different times, but Cody was asking us if we did our school shopping for the kids, and we were telling him that we did. We went into some stores. Well, they did. I did not. I ordered online.
Yeah, no, we went into some clothing stores, you know, the Old Navies,
Hot Topic.
The Hot Topics. Yeah,
Cameron's first time going in.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, really?
I think it was Cameron's first time going to a Hot Topic.
Yeah.
And he thought it was cool.
Is that still relevant these days?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, yeah, they got like cool.
There's always going to be emo
like cool
and goth
shirts.
kids.
You know.
Always? I don't know.
I think so. I think they have staying power.
Mila got a Bluey toy from there. She even liked it.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff in there now. It's not like dark and everything's not black.
Okay.
You know,
I don't think it
like
ever
that.
was.
It never was. No,
That
they
was
always
just
had the
the
like
idea.
the like graphic tees and stuff like that. But now they got all like there's some kids stuff in there, little toys, knickknacks and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've changed to the times. It's not like back in our day.
Yeah, I know.
I used to like PacSun. That was
the spot.
That is a good spot. Yeah. That's still there still is one. There's an outlet there.
There's one in
At the
Pineville
outlets,
Mall too, yeah.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of Threddit to fit that theme. This week we're going to be talking about back to school. Kids are going back to school soon.
Or they already started.
Or or you might have started.
Whenever they have started.
Yeah.
We have some juicy stories for you.
Oh, they juicy.
All right, let's go.
I went first last time.
I'll go first today.
Don't matter.
We can start in this rotation.
Yeah, we can go this way today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got to read. Oh, I'm nervous. Today, my story is coming from our relationship advice username throwaway with some numbers. It was posted 4 years ago.
What are the numbers?
We're not going to go into that. There's like 7. The title is I, 46 male, promised my son, 18 male, that his mother and I would match whatever he saved for a car upon his high school graduation. He ended up with a lot more than we could have predicted, and now we don't know what to do. When he turned 16 and got his license, we allowed him to use an old car from a relative. At that time, my son had around $5,000 in savings. We made him a promise saying that we would match whatever he ended up with at graduation. Reasonably. We thought he'd maybe double that to $10K through jobs, and we'd match for a reasonable $20,000 car. He now has $35,000 to use for a car. He said he did have a little over $10K, but that he bought smart stock options in April, and now we will have around $35,000 after tax. Personally, don't think he did anything besides get stupid lucky. He is insisting that we follow through with our promise and match that. Financially, it's not a huge dent for us since he also surprised us with a nice merit scholarship. He did earn. The problem arises in that we really don't want to break the promise we made to him, but we also strongly believe that an 18-year-old driving around in a $70,000 car is a very bad idea. He can't even take it to school until his sophomore year, and the insurance on that will be a nightmare. What am I asking this for? Would the better course of action be to break the promise and likely face resentment, or keep it and cough up the money? Thanks in advance for the advice. There's 2 edits to it. Do you want me to read those first?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Actually, I want to hear y'all's takes before I read the edits.
That is C706 territory. Like, that's a fast Corvette. And
Yeah, I mean, $70,000.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money to buy. I mean, what? He's not even driving age?
No, he is. He's just turned 18. He's going to
go
go up to
he
college.
just turned 18. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
this kid's a fucking genius.
Yeah, he sounds like a
mean,
genius.
Yeah.
And he hustled his parents and like, yeah, okay, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. If you have it, right? I mean, if I had 35,000 and I made a bet with him,
Realistically, though,
there'll be a conversation. Maybe I'm not buying the $70,000 car.
I don't think any 18-year-old needs that.
But that is your money, you know.
Is it his first car?
I think so.
Yeah, everybody fucks up their first car.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, save the rest
It
of
would
it
be
for
his
when you
first.
fuck up the
Right.
first car. Yeah. I mean, you'll still get the money.
Yeah, obviously knows how to invest his money. Maybe
Yeah, he
put
made a
some
right
back
decision.
and
Yeah.
make some more. But
Good for him.
Yeah, personally, if that was our kid, okay, I would be like, look, I am super impressed with you. Way to go on being creative and getting that bag.
Yeah.
But $70,000 towards a first car is crazy. You could get 2 cars for that. But realistically, I think I would be like, I'm going to hold up our end of the deal, but it's going to be after. Like, you're not getting that right away.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, when we made this bet, you had $5,000. We thought maybe you'd get it up to 10. We're super proud of you, but nobody needs a $70,000 car.
Yeah, no.
as long as it's a car and not a truck. I mean, I don't think there's many $70,000 cars that aren't fast as shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Right.
dangerous, especially heading into college, drinking. Who knows? I'm not saying maybe he doesn't drink, but I just feel like there's a lot of things that could go wrong.
My first car was $3,000
Yeah.
Mine was
and it didn't run.
1,700.
I think mine was 1,500.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
first
I-
car.
Bought a shitbox Corolla from. It was the family car, but I bought it for like $1,200.
Yeah.
It's like a '98 Toyota Corolla.
I had a
Solid.
99 Mazda Protege. Yeah, Mazda Protege.
I think mine was
okay.
like a 97 Saturn. But like the crazy thing is these days you can't find
Yeah.
a car for that cheap.
No,
anywhere.
No.
God, no.
No.
Like
There's no
not
way.
even close.
No,
And I thought that was a lot of money when I was getting my first car. I had to save up for my own.
I actually.
That's
cut
like a
the-
down payment on a car now.
Literally.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's insane.
All right, you guys ready for edits?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Edit 1. Talked about it with my wife. We are considering a couple of avenues at the moment, including trust or maybe fixed income until it can be used for med school. My son uses Reddit, and considering that this is on r/all now, I'm just waiting for him to see it and burst into my home office room. Edit 2. He's super duper close to his girlfriend. I told her, and she said she'd talk him out of it. Personally, I totally understand where my son is coming from. I wanted a car like that at this age too. And my parents did end up indulging just a little bit, but now I can see how it was a waste of money. I only used it for 2 years. I'll make an update about it when that happens. I don't think there are any updates, but I'll go ahead and read the few of the top comments. So one of the top comments is Muppet Star is the username, and they said, personally, a $70,000 car is a lot for an 18-year-old. I'd match the $10K and put the $15K towards a house deposit for him. You honor the money match, but
Right.
don't put so much to a car, which will depreciate and lose value. The tough bit would be to sell it. And I totally agree with that. And then the next one is having saved up $35,000 at 18 with that possibility of that being $70,000 and having a full ride scholarship puts him in a better financial position than probably 99.9% of his peers. I would try and talk him through that and talk to him about that. But I guess an 18-year-old who wants to buy a $70,000 car has different priorities than that. That's so true. Honestly, they say top 99.9% better than your peers, but that's like
Yeah.
better than probably what?
Yeah.
Some
Maybe
adults.
60% of
Yeah.
Americans. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd be proud as a parent. Like,
Yeah,
way to go.
that's my point. Like, yeah, I'm proud of you. I'm gonna honor the money that I said I'd give to you. Like,
Yeah.
some way,
yeah. I agree.
somehow.
Yeah.
No.
Just not all in a vehicle.
but yeah, no, I'm
No,
not-
no way. That's a waste.
You know what? Fuck it. Go ahead and buy that A90 Supra.
Oh my god.
This is a car junkie talking. Don't listen to him. Cody's like,
That'll
eyes
be
got
fine.
so big when he heard the story. He's like, whoa.
Yeah, I know.
The
Yeah.
things I could do with that money
Oh
for
my
a
God.
car.
Yeah. Lord of mercy.
All right. Chris, what you got for us?
So today I have a little bit of a scary story. I don't know, not scary,
Ooh.
but like
Ooh.
anxiety kind of scary.
Oh, okay.
This is it's on a page that I just found. It's called Casual IAMA. I don't know what it means.
Casual. Am I asshole?
I don't think so. 'Cause it's not what the story's about.
Okay.
But
Anyways,
I don't know. Anyway,
I tried.
yeah. It is posted by Nixie 97 10 years ago.
Wow.
All right. And the title is I am a woman who was trapped in a locker for over 60 hours in a high school. I am new here. In fact, I only just now signed up because a friend of mine told me that I should share this story here. So if I am posting this in the wrong place, I apologize in advance. I am 34, and this happened to me when I was 17 in 1997. Keep in mind, this happened before the days when anybody owned a cell phone. My parents had one. It was the size of a brick. When I was in high school, my boyfriend and I would sometimes play innocent pranks on each other. He liked to scare me with spiders the most. I usually just hid someplace and popped out to scare him. Nothing really serious, just simple fun pranks. Every Friday, I would meet him by his locker after school, and we would leave together and hang out. His last class was gym, and he'd usually show up at his locker about 15 minutes after school ended, because he always took a shower after gym on days that he was going to spend time with me after school. I should also mention that his locker was on the second floor towards the middle of the hallway, and there were stairs on both ends. This will matter later in the story. So while waiting for him to show up, I came up with an idea to prank him. In high school, I was short and still am, so I got the idea to hide inside of his locker and scare him when he showed up. No one else was around since it was Friday, and about 10 minutes after school had ended, so I could easily get in his locker and no one would see me. So I unlocked his lock, opened the door, and got inside, taking the lock inside with me. After a minute, I realized that he might get suspicious that his lock wasn't on the door, so I quickly opened the door, which was an easy to do from the inside, just lifting the inside of the handle. I then slipped the lock onto the hole in the handle, closed it, pulled the door shut. I wasn't afraid of small spaces, and since the locker had slots in the door, I could breathe just fine, so I waited, giggling to myself about how bad I was about to scare him. One thing I noticed quickly was that I had no clue how much time was passing. Once I was inside, I couldn't tell if 1 minute or 5 minutes had passed. I lost all sense of time while I was inside there. So I waited and waited. At first, I wasn't worried. I figured he had just become distracted by something or someone, and he would show up soon. I was starting to get uncomfortable. So I kind of slouched down and leaned my head against the locker door. I listened quietly for him to show up. I heard footsteps every now and then, but remained quiet so I wouldn't be heard by anybody who wasn't my boyfriend, like a teacher or another student. I also didn't want my boyfriend to hear me in there when he came to his locker. It was warm and dark in the locker, and I had normally took a nap after school. So sometime while I was waiting, I fell asleep. I don't know how much time had gone by, but when I woke up, it was totally dark. This happened in the wintertime, so it did get dark outside early, but there were also no lights on in the hallway. At first, I was confused. I didn't realize where I was at first. Then the reality of what was going on hit me. If all of the lights were off and it was dark outside, then that meant there was no one inside the school. It was closed up for the night, and I was trapped inside my boyfriend's locker. Even worse, no one knew I was in there, and it was Friday. My only hope was that a janitor would be working during the night and would be able to rescue me. Even though there was little chance that anyone was still around, I still started shouting for help. Surely someone would have noticed that I was missing. My parents must have called the police by now, and there must be a search party looking for me. Hours felt like days. I thought I was going to die in there. I spent the night screaming for help, crying, and kicking the locker, trying to kick the locker open. But by morning, I was still trapped. My voice was mostly gone by this point, and I had wet myself several times. I was tired, sore, hungry, thirsty, hot, sweaty, and scared. At least I could finally see since the sun had come up and light was shining into the hallway and into the slots on the locker door. It wasn't much light, but it was better than the total darkness of the night. I waited and listened for the sound of anybody in the hallway. I wouldn't be able to yell for help very well since my voice was gone, but I'd be able to kick the locker and make a lot of noise. My clothing was feeling really uncomfortable by this point, and my feet were killing me from standing all night. I was wearing a sweater over a turtleneck, jeans, and sneakers. I first slipped my sneakers off to see if that would help my feet feel better, but the cold metal floor was just hard and cold against my bare feet. So I slipped my shoes back on. My jeans were wet. I wanted them off, but even if I could get them off in such a small space, that would leave me standing there half naked when I was rescued. I didn't wear underwear back in the day and still don't. Don't judge me. So I just unfastened them, slipped them down a little to try to get the wet material away from my skin. I tried to get the sweater off because it was making me really hot, but it just wasn't possible in the tiny space I had to move around in. I was so thirsty and hungry by this point. With great effort, I was able to turn my body around to face the back of the locker. I then tried reaching up on the bookshelf above to see if my boyfriend had left anything to eat or drink. Unfortunately, I was only able to slip my fingers between the shelf door. I could only feel books. It turned out there was nothing up there to eat or drink anyway. So then again, with great effort, I turned around to face the door. Saturday went by, and I heard nothing. I still banged on the locker every now and then, just in case I missed the sound of some people. I slept some of the time, but I tried to stay awake the best I could. I didn't want to sleep and miss any chance of being heard by somebody who was looking for me. After a lot more crying and trying to escape, I eventually gave up hope. It was getting dark outside again. I expected to die that night. I was too tired to fight it anymore, and I gave up. I fell asleep again. When I woke up, it was still dark and I was still trapped. The rest of the night and all of Sunday was about the same. I called for help somewhat and slipped in and out of consciousness. When I cried, there were no more tears and I was no longer peeing myself. I was dehydrated. When night finally came, Sunday evening, I began to have hope again. It had been 2 full days by this point. I only had 1 night left and I survived, and I would be released Monday morning. That night, I didn't even bother trying to escape or calling for help. I just tried to sleep. Sometime during the night, I woke up and couldn't sleep anymore, so I just waited for the first sound of people. I figured the janitor would be the first person I would hear when he came in to turn on the lights. Eventually, the sun came up, and shortly afterwards, the hallway lights turned on. I pulled my jeans into place so I wouldn't be exposed. That was an awful feeling. Cold, wet jeans against my you-know-what. I started calling for help in my hoarse voice and kicking the locker. No one came. Then sometime after, about an hour, I was told, heard someone in the hallway. I once again called for help and kicked the locker. It was a teacher. He came to the locker and started talking to me. I told him I had been trapped in there since Friday, and I really wanted out. He told me he would go get help and would be right back. A few minutes later, the principal and janitor show up, and the janitor cut the lock, and I was free. I was then taken to the hospital where I stayed until the next day. I was, of course, dehydrated. I had a broken toe from kicking the locker, bruises on my hands from hitting the locker, and rashes from wearing urine-soaked jeans. I stayed home from school the rest of the week. As for what had taken place outside while I was trapped, my boyfriend came looking for me, like always, about 15 minutes after school had ended. He came to the top of the steps, looked down the hallway, and didn't see me. He said he waited at the top of the steps to see if I would show up. He could see down to his locker and to the other stairway. After waiting for me for about 10 minutes, he figured that I must have left, so he left and went home. Unfortunately for me, he didn't need to get anything out of his locker that day because he had done most of his homework during study hall and already had what he needed to take home with him already. That is something I should have thought about because about half of the time we would meet at his locker, he wouldn't even open it. After school, the janitor swept the hallways, cleaned the bathrooms, and took out the trash. The upstairs hallway wasn't very big. It only had like 6 classrooms, 1 boys' and 1 girls' bathroom. He said that only takes them about 20 minutes to clean it, and that Friday they cleaned it about a half hour early before school had ended. They said they never heard me inside the locker. It must have been when I'd fallen asleep or when I was trying not to be noticed. My parents, they weren't worried about me until Sunday evening. The reason was because I had recently asked them if it was okay for me to have a 2-night sleepover at my friend's house for her birthday. I was going to go there right after school, help set up for the party on Saturday, spend the night, go to the party Saturday, help clean up, and stay the night again. It was actually a month away, but neither of my parents had remembered the date I had asked about or the name of my friend. So they figured that sleepover was that weekend, and since they didn't know who to call to check on me. Then, when I wasn't home Sunday evening, they started to worry. My mom started calling my friends and finally found out the sleepover wasn't until next month. None of my friends had seen me, and she checked in with my boyfriend, who also hadn't seen me. It was around 7 p.m. Sunday evening when she called the police. They came to the house, took the report. They started searching for me, but their search didn't make it to the school before my teacher found me. Looking back on this event, I can laugh about it now because it was my own stupidity that got me into that mess. I can say that it did make me stronger as a person. Oddly enough, I'm not claustrophobic after that. If anything, I have even less fear of small spaces because I tolerated such a small space for such a long time. Although I would never want to do it again, looking back on it, I am glad it happened to me because I have learned to be more careful and value my life. I had times when I was suicidal when I was a teenager after suffering in the locker for 2.5 days. I never had a suicidal thought again. I had already felt like I had died and been reborn again. Now, you kids who are still in school, be careful messing with lockers. If you have some reason to get inside one, there is no good reason for that. Make sure you have somebody you trust who can help you get out. I should have told a friend what I was up to just in case things went wrong. It was an impulsive decision that I didn't think thoroughly. I suffered greatly because of it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is
I want to
crazy.
feel bad for her,
But
I do. But yeah, everything happened.
Because of your stupidity.
Like, you didn't think anything through.
You know.
It all sounds like that perfect storm of bullshit too. It just happened, Yeah. He never goes to the locker. He doesn't need anything. Your parents think you're somewhere else. They're not worried about you. You're like, whoa.
That
That'd
sucks.
be absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't stay still or stand for that long or
Yeah.
for
Oh, there's
60
no way.
hours.
I would have freaked out. I do not like small spaces.
No.
I feel like you could have, like, I don't know.
I don't think
I feel like you could have kicked that thing down or open.
Well, she broke
Dented
the
it
toe.
enough, maybe. Yeah, she did. That just sucks. I feel speechless. Like, I don't know.
And
That's a lot.
and the whole part too, where she was like, "Oh, I better put the lock on it so he doesn't think
Yeah,
I'm
so
in
that's
there."
how
Right.
that whole thing happened.
Yeah.
That was a bad intrusive thought. Like, she should have ignored that and been like, nah, he won't even notice.
Right. I mean,
Lock yourself in there.
Oh my god.
If she had changed that one thing, even just that one thing,
Yeah.
just that one thing.
fucking sucks, man.
And then
So
going back to school after that, just explaining all that to everybody.
And it was Friday to Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday afternoon to Monday morning.
There's just so many things in this story that she could have changed just a little bit, and it would have had such a completely different outcome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just little things.
That's some trauma right there.
Yeah.
I would have not handled that as well.
No, I don't think I would have
I
come
don't
out
like
of that
small
on
spaces.
top. Top comment here is go animals. At any point, did you hallucinate? Like hear people outside that weren't there? And OP responds with, yes, especially when it was totally dark. I would see things and hear things that weren't there.
Those were ghosts.
And Unitire asks, such as? OP says, it was weird. It was like having dreams while I was awake, although I may have been asleep for some of it because when it was so dark and quiet, it was hard to know when I had really slept. It is hard to explain this, but mostly I saw and heard people that I know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's because when you're under that amount of stress, your brain actually produces hallucinogens.
And yeah, I mean, like she said, how much sleep was she actually getting? So
Yeah.
she's probably sleep deprived, dehydrated on top of that. Like
The standing alone, your body's exhausted.
standing, yeah. The brain's crazy.
And then being in a
Crazy
dark
tool.
space like that, have you ever heard of the quietest room in the whole world?
No.
This person built a room, and I don't know the numbers, but basically it's like below what your ears can even hear. That's how quiet it is. And when the doors close, the room is completely quiet. And I think the person who stayed in there the longest, maybe like 5 minutes at the most, is how long they could stand to be in there. There's actually a challenge to where if you can stay in there for 1 full hour, you will get $5 million. That's how torturous it is to be in this fully quiet room, because it's that quiet that it makes you feel weird. And then it's dark on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't even, I don't know, people start to feel sick. They start to feel crazy. They're like, get me out of here.
Well, yeah, because you hear something all the time, every second of every day. You're hearing
They
something.
could hear their own heartbeat.
Yeah,
like,
if you
I
take
don't know
all
all the
that away-
details, but you should Google it.
Yeah, I am. So it's so quiet. But you know the sound deadening things that they put in like recording studios?
Yeah, like the
It's-
foam,
yeah,
the
it's full
acoustic
of
panels.
those.
Yeah.
And
It looks really cool too.
it says you can hear yourself blink.
Yeah. That's what the people who were in it said.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I would like to experience it, but I'm not going. I don't know if I'll go for the whole hour challenge.
It's
No one has even
Yeah,
gotten close.
I just want to like get inside of it for a minute or two. That's it.
It's
maybe.
in Minnesota.
If I can handle it.
Yeah, it's in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota. I love Minnesota accents.
Yeah.
Well, what's the decibel level?
Oh shit.
2 point something?
Negative 24.9.
Oh, way to be very off, Megan.
You got the 2 right.
Yeah, I got one of the numbers. Go me.
I didn't even know how you could get to negative decibels. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
The more you know.
Ooh, one more comment here.
Oh, yeah.
From filling in the blank, which again is a fitting comment here with the name. And to make it even worse, your boyfriend would have become a suspect in your murder case. Sometimes we really do make stupid mistakes. I don't judge you. I have my share too.
That's
yeah,
very
her
true.
being in his locker
Yeah.
with
Right.
it locked.
Right.
Right. Yeah. And then,
And in the 90s, there's probably not cameras in the school.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they open his
crazy.
locker and his dead girlfriend's in there.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's crazy to think about.
Even when they found her, they probably asked her questions about how
Right.
she got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boyfriend suspect number 1.
The partner's always the first suspect.
Yeah.
Well, my story isn't very scary.
That's good.
Can be funny. So
We need that.
this is from Am I the Asshole? One of my favorites. Am I the Asshole? My wife and I got into a huge fight over a budget on the way to back to school shopping at the local mall. She insisted we needed to adhere to a strict budget. I said we should get whatever the kids need / were drawn to. She hopped out of the car and walked home. I went shopping for 7 hours. It's a nice little intro.
7.
I am the breadwinner for our family and my wife stays at home. She is a few years older than me and I have always struggled with the feeling like I report to her. She denies it strongly, but I feel like there is a power imbalance that she benefits from even after 15 years of marriage. We've done well over the years and have a net worth of $2 million plus. I have a great job and we make $300K a year. My wife is very frugal and not only doesn't like spending money herself, but pressures me when I do. She grew up in a poor family and spending doesn't come easy for her. Not the worst problem to have in a spouse, I know, but hear me out. We were heading to a large local mall with all of our kids to do some school shopping when the topic of a budget came up. She was insisting that the budget for each kid should be $100. I suggested that it should be more flexible so we can get what the kids need and what the kids might want / be excited by. Why am I working as hard as I do if I can't spend the money on my kids from time to time? We do not spoil our kids, and back to school is pretty much the only time we get new stuff for our kids. She then changed tactics and claimed that it was her that does laundry and kids already have enough clothes, so I would have to do additional laundry that would inevitably come with more clothes. I dug in and said, since I am the breadwinner and make all of the money, I should have the right to spend it on my kids how I see fit. I never once in our entire marriage tried to control or restrict how she spends money, but she does it to me all the time. She snapped and said, fine, you can just go with the kids and spend to your heart's content. I don't want to have anything to do with it. And got out of the car at the next stop sign.
Oh.
I begged her to get back in.
God.
I turned around the car and gave her several opportunities to get back in, and I offered to give her a ride. She refused and literally walked 6 miles back home alone. I was quite shocked that she would do that, but proceeded to the mall where I'd spent 7 hours shopping with the kids, getting lots of great stuff for school. I definitely didn't go overboard and spend like I was a celebrity, but we focused on getting what the kids needed with a healthy amount of things they wanted as well. Am I the asshole for digging in and insisting on spending however much was needed on my kids?
How long ago was this? Like, when was this? Because $100 per kid is not a lot of money for back to school shopping.
That's
I feel
shoes.
Not at all.
like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's like 1 or 2 pairs of shoes depending on the brands and how old they are.
Yeah.
That's the thing that makes a difference too. Like Cameron is a lot more expensive than Mila is because everything that she gets is tiny and cheap. Like we went to Target and I got her like 10 dresses and new socks and underwear. And I think I spent like $80 because the dresses are like $8 a pop. There was a sale going on, but still, it's just ultimately so
Yeah.
much cheaper.
and then I feel like once the kids get older, they want like more popular
Brand
things
names,
and
yeah.
stuff too. So it's, $100. That's just, and she's not making the money. He's making the money. Like,
Yeah, but I also, this is why I think they're both the asshole, and this is why. Because one, I don't care who's making the money, who's making the most money, this or that. I don't think that you should ever throw it in anyone's face because, for one, what she's doing at home is just as hard as what he's doing out there in the field, if not worse, because I've been a stay-at-home mom and I've been a working mom, and both come with their own problems and difficulties and enjoyments, but neither are easy. And two, I just don't think you should ever throw anything like that in anyone's face because you're both just as important, just in different ways. And also, like, I get where he's coming from and trying to stand his ground and be like, look, like, $100 is a crazy budget for each fucking kid, but also he should be allowed to have his input on it, but he messed up the second that he threw that in her face.
Right.
But she also is being a little bit too controlling.
Yeah. Especially like him going multiple times to get her back in the car and you're still saying no. Like, it's not like he made, I don't know. I feel like, I guess he didn't make it as to insult her or anything, just that he wanted to do a little bit more for his kids because that's why he's working where he's working.
Yeah, but the second he threw it in her face, I know that I would be pissed and I'd have that pissed off energy to walk 6 fucking miles home and be like, fuck you. I don't want to get in your car that you spent your money on. Like, I would be such a bitch.
Getting
I'd
out
be
of
mad.
the car is a fucking move.
That
Have you
is
guys
a
ever
bold
witnessed
move.
somebody
It's a bold
get out of the
move,
car?
Cotton.
I've gotten out of a car before.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
With
I
my
don't think.
parents.
Man, one time I was in our local town and there was this couple fighting To be honest, they look like crackheads, but he comes up behind me, slams on brakes into the parking lot, and some woman hops out just cussing and screaming at him and then walked off and sat in the grass. And then he just dipped out. And I was like, holy shit, it was right in front of me.
I was sitting there eating Bojangles, and there's the hotel that's
Yeah.
over there, and there was a couple arguing in the parking lot, and like they started in the car, and then she gets out of the car and like starts walking around to the back and opening the trunk to get out a bag, and he gets out and he's like, you know, like, nah, baby, nah, and then she closes the trunk and she starts walking back to the car, and then like that happened like 3 times until she finally just grabbed the bag out of the trunk and just walked the fuck away. And he's just like, nah, baby, nah, the whole time.
Weren't we together when something like that happened? And then I got out and asked her if she needed to use a phone to call a ride or something? Or was I with my sister?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I think I might have been with my sister. But that same shit happened. And she used my phone and called a ride. And we waited with her until someone came to come get her. But did we all see the same shit, just different people? Like, what the fuck?
And just
You don't see it often.
If you've witnessed the same thing, tell us in the comments.
Yeah, tell us your stories.
Because now I want to know.
Yeah.
But that is crazy though. Like, I kind of want to know how much he spent on the kids too.
Yeah,
like,
what was
I
the
kind of
total?
want to know the
Yeah, are there any
total
updates or anything?
or anything in the
Anyone
comments.
else? Yeah.
Yeah, so somebody said exactly what you guys said. $100 for back to school. Does she think it's 1993?
Exactly.
You can barely get one outfit for $100 nowadays. Not the asshole. You guys need to get on the same page, though. Your children are watching you fight. Does she maybe have untreated anxiety? And there is an edit about
Okay.
that.
Okay.
He said, I appreciate all the comments and perspectives so far. One theme that keeps recurring is how we had this discussion in front of our kids. It is true that they saw the result of the argument and my wife getting out of the vehicle, but we've had a large passenger van, the AC was blasting, and they were mostly in the back, and it's unlikely they heard much of the conversation. Not defending how it went down, just wanted to clarify that at least it wasn't in a quiet, cramped sedan where every word was heard.
Oh, let's not even.
Oh,
Though you
they
know those
heard.
kids were listening.
They heard.
Yeah.
And I get it's sometimes hard not to fight in your kids, but I didn't even think about that. Like sometimes it does happen, but I don't
does.
think you should ever make a habit of it. So I hope
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like it's something that they do all the
And that's
time.
why, especially if like he threw out the comments that I'm the breadwinner, and it's like all of that is in front of the kids. Like
Yeah.
that's like no, you guys are the team in front of the kids. You're strong.
Yeah.
It sounds like he was upset with the power imbalance and he finally put his foot down and said, I'm the breadwinner. Now, that might not have been the time to do that.
No.
Or the word
Maybe
choice.
you
Or
could
the
have
word choice,
a
yeah.
healthy conversation about it behind closed
Yeah.
doors.
Yeah.
But it
But-
does sound like she's controlling in a lot of ways, though, to where it makes him feel like he can't spend the money that he is making. Not that he is, because in the beginning he said that he's not spending it like that anyway.
I think
Like,
she probably just needs to maybe look into some therapy because, like he said, he grew up dirt poor. She grew
Yeah.
up dirt poor. And I feel like sometimes, like, that ideology of like how you had to survive and how you grew up, it's hard being in his situation as an adult and trying to change that mindset because I'll even be like that towards certain things. If you don't realize it though, you're not going to know that you have to work
Yeah.
on it or that there might be a problem. And if he's never said anything, so I'd give her that benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
So that was Am I the Asshole, though, right? Mm-hmm. So
Most people.
They're both the asshole.
that's what I'm thinking.
Most people are saying not the asshole. She sounds so controlling.
No, I think he's the asshole too
And then
in
there's
that
some-
situation.
with him saying those words. Like, I feel like if he didn't say that, I feel like if he said,
Exactly.
look, I'd like to spend a little bit more on them and not just throw the breadwinner
Right, you
in
can
her face.
and like, you can say that without saying that.
Yeah.
Like, look, I go to work and I bust my butt. This is what I want to be able to
Yeah.
provide for my children.
He doesn't need to say it like that either.
Not I'm the breadwinner.
Like, hey, I hear you on the budget, but what if we upped it a little bit? Prices are high and we have a lot.
Of
It's
kids.
not like we're
Like-
hurting on money. I'd like to indulge a little bit this one time of year. What do you think about that? And honestly, they probably should have talked about this before they even were in the car on the way there.
Yeah.
This comment says, yeah, as the person who washes all the laundry, I didn't understand how there would be more laundry. They are still wearing the same amount of clothing. That's what I thought too. Is
Yeah,
that
that comment didn't make any sense
No.
either.
do you think more clothes?
I think she was
equals-
just reaching at that point.
Yeah.
Are you keeping the clothes that they don't wear anymore?
Right.
Are you still just pulling them out of the dresser and washing?
They're not wearing double clothes because they have double clothes now.
Yeah.
But I guess she will have to, initially when you come home with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's saying
You'll
that
have a lot.
she needs therapy.
Yeah, I think she needs therapy, but I think they
that-
both probably can.
Nothing about him, though.
Not really. Just saying that they need marriage counseling and yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I say
Yeah,
both are
I-
the
I
asshole in
think
this situation.
You could both take a piece of the blame from
Yeah.
the pie there.
Yeah.
He wasn't completely innocent.
No. I still can't believe she walked 6 miles though.
that part.
I'm sorry.
Anger will get you far.
Like I'm not
It
gonna. The furthest I walked, I got out of my parents' car. I think I was 17, 18 at the time, and I got out of the car. I think I walked a good like 5 minutes, maybe if that. And my dad's over here, like, just get in the car. I finally got back in the car and
Tucked your
we
tail between your legs.
I mean, we talked about it when we got home for sure. But I mean, it's just one of them things. I was ready for doing the things I was doing at the time and wasn't really wanting to listen to my parents, and they were still being my parents, and I was like, well, we don't like this, we don't like this. I was supposed to go on a trip for a week with friends, and a lot of things were just not adding up to them. So
Yeah, I
we
would've
had like
said
a
fuck no,
big,
too.
big fight about it.
Yeah.
And then they said, "Look who came crawling back."
No, my parents did not say that. My
They
dad
said,
actually,
that's what we thought.
my dad actually gave me a hug at the end of the night, and he was like, look, I know that we're like being hard on you now, but you know, in a few years you're going to look back on it and be like, okay, I'm thankful that this
I
happened.
feel like that's
Are you?
most of parenting.
Yeah.
Are you thankful?
Yeah, I'm thankful because 2 of the girls actually one got injured on, that we were supposed to go to Florida. One of them got injured on a jet ski and the other one got injured on the beach itself.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
Parents always know.
I don't know. I feel like it's their like gut intuition. Like they're
It
just
is.
like
It's real.
It
Yeah,
really
it's
is.
real.
So the other girl got pulled over coming back home because they drove
Yeah.
and she was speeding and she had like this bad speeding ticket. So she got pulled. Yeah. And my dad was like, oh, this is a problem. When I heard everything, I was like,
Yeah, you were
Okay.
right. Is that what you want to hear?
All right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got me.
You got a juicy story for us, Willow?
not really. It's way shorter than all of y'all's, but it's still, still a back to school story. All right, so this is from r Ask Reddit, and it is by username Is This Witty Enough? First day of school, 6th grade, Mom decides to fix me some chocolate chip pancakes for breakfast, my favorite. The only problem is that I have had a irritable bowel syndrome as a child, so I eat the delicious pancakes and head to the bus stop. I arrive at school and get to my first class. My stomach has started to rumble, but I just try to preserve and forget about it. The teacher decides she wants all the students to come in front of the class one at a time and introduce themselves. My turn finally comes, and at this point my stomach feels like it's churning butter.
Yuck.
I introduce myself to the class, and as I try to walk back to my seat, all hell breaks loose. With every step I take, I hear the most violent and nightmare-indulging sounds that you would ever want to hear in your life. As I ran to the bathroom, shit ran down my leg as a chocolate volcano would erupt. And then some of the comments, one says, Everlong016. I would never go back to school after that, man. And then another one said, because you'd be dead, right? I mean, this is a valid excuse to kill yourself.
That is so embarrassing.
And in 6th grade, that's when you're starting to like meet new friends and cliques. And
Middle
stuff.
school.
Middle school, like.
Yeah.
Okay, real talk. How many times have you guys shit yourself as an adult?
Never.
As an adult?
As an
Yeah.
adult, never.
Like
Really?
full on log?
No, not
No,
log.
I mean left a stain. Yeah, I mean I farted. You know?
No.
Yeah, it's happened like once.
Right.
I will say the only time as like a not baby is one time I was so sick and I had a stomach bug and I was
Yeah, I had food poisoning when it happened to
vulnerable
me.
moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so it did happen.
Wait, I was talking and I was throwing up and I'm a very violent puker and I was throwing up and I shit myself too.
I guess we're in a room with a bunch of fucking saints because it's probably once a year for me.
What? No, oh my God. Why is it once a year for you? Why? Do you just fart and you're like, oh shit?
It's all them damn taquitos.
Like,
It happens.
Wait, I need more context.
It sucks.
When was the last time and why?
okay. So the not even the last time. It was a little
Not
bit.
that story.
Please,
No, not that story.
please,
Not
please.
that story.
Anything but
come
that one.
on,
No,
come on,
absolutely
please,
not.
please.
I have my line. Okay.
No,
I'll tell you guys when
you
we go
don't.
out to
After you
dinner.
said you shit yourself.
I'll go. I'll go. I'll tell you
You
guys
just
when
said
we're
you
on the way
shit
to
yourself
dinner.
at least once a year. And now you have a line?
How old are you? 30? 31?
I mean, when it
have to
happened, the worst story is when he was 30. It happened last year. After he turned 30. No, this year. It happened this year. It happened this year.
Was it from food? Were you sick?
No, it wasn't.
All right, quit crying.
You did this. You spilled it.
That's because I thought everybody was going to chime in with like, oh yeah, it happens every now and
No,
then.
no,
Or like a number at least.
absolutely not.
You guys, like,
When
oh,
you
am I the
think
only
it's-
one?
Like, I have to tell you guys on the way to dinner, I really do. And you're going to be like, this dumbass. Like, you really are.
No. I mean, definitely on Verg's bachelor party trip when we all ate that brisket,
Oh yeah.
the farts that I had. All right, yeah.
Farting and shitting is
It's
different.
No, I don't. No, never have I full on just dropped a deuce.
The way he thought we
In
were
my
all going to be
pants.
like, yeah,
Oh, yeah. Like, it happens.
at least every 6 months. Newsflash, that's not normal.
He's got it marked on his calendar like a cycle.
Sorry.
It's like every June, sometime around June.
But no, I had food poisoning. I had food poisoning. I went to work, wasn't feeling good. And I was like, oh no, I can just fart. It's fine. And I farted and I shit my pants. And I had to text my mom and be like, I need you to bring me an extra pair of pants to work. And she said, why? I said, because I shit myself. And she was like, Willow. And I was like, I thought it was a fart. And ended up, I was sweating and I wasn't feeling good or anything at all. And my boss was like, why did it take you so long in the bathroom? And I was like, I'm just not feeling really good. And she's like, okay. And my mom brings me my pants. I work maybe another hour, maybe almost to that. And I felt it again. Like I was like, oh, no.
to go.
No. And they literally sent me home and my mom was like, oh yeah, it's probably the food we ate earlier today. And I was like, oh, okay.
Thanks.
Because we went somewhere earlier that afternoon. It was like a church event and stuff. And everybody did like this potluck of food.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, someone probably didn't like wash their hands very well or something. I don't like potlucks for that reason. I don't know what you're cooking with,
agree.
what your kitchen looks like. Like the only ones that I'm okay with is like your family Thanksgivings where we all bring a dish because I know them and I know how clean they are.
Right.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
he's had like we have a family reunion every year, and it normally is in October, like the end of October, and he'll eat the food there. Like that's the only potluck thing we do. And I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, family.
Yeah,
Oh man,
yeah.
Trust family.
my cheeks hurt.
I still
My
can't whip
cheeks are a
once a
little
year,
sore.
at least once a year.
At least.
I'm marrying
not
this guy,
saying
and he
full
shits
on.
once a
Right.
year.
At least he's honest.
He's not saying he's dropping logs in his drawers.
Right. Just like a little bit, maybe. Like
You
you
just
gotta-
go, there's a little Hershey squirt, you know.
It's not like I just keep it moving. It
You get a
embarrasses and disgusts me too.
Right,
believe
right.
me, but-
It's just a fart with a little extra. That's all we're
Oh
talking
my
about.
god!
It's just the way you let off thinking we're all
Right? Like, the hell?
I know we've all been there.
Apparently not.
I guess you guys are fucking good. I don't,
Maybe you should change your diet.
I don't think it's that, man. I think I, just,
we got to stop.
I think I can't tell the difference sometimes. Like worse than the average person.
Oh my god! I don't think they want to hear how you shit yourself, honey.
You know, you get them really
No.
hot farts.
Well,
you
there's
know,
a
high temperature.
Oh yeah. Those are hard to tell.
You can't trust those fuckers.
No,
But you do, and then oh my god.
And then obviously,
Yeah.
it backfires.
No, the last one was just absurd. Like there was no reason for him to act the way that he acted. And it was like this little bit that he shit himself.
all right, that's enough.
Oh, I
We don't
can't.
need to talk about it. You
I
keep
can't.
going into it.
I can't.
Let's go to the game.
Oh,
It's getting explained at
Well,
dinner.
Please,
Sorry.
don't
I just
forget.
I want to bring this up because it made me think of it. It reminded me of a Ralphie May.
Yeah.
A Ralphie May joke about where he went to Colombia and got some Colombian coffee, and he ordered it and they handed him like this little cup, this little teeny tiny cup. He's like, now I don't know, this is Colombia, but that ain't no cup from Starbucks. Give me a bigger cup, And he gave him a bigger cup, and it was like $64 or some shit. And
Oh
he
my
was
God.
like, at that point, I probably should have thought about it. But Colombian coffee is way stronger than regular coffee.
Yeah.
So like all he needed was that one little shot. So he drank like fucking 30 shots of espresso, and he said there was no like. It was
How'd
just
it go?
straight.
That's pretty good.
There was none of that. He said it was just straight deuce.
Oh man.
Is that how it goes, Cody?
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
You just get a little, and you're like, oh.
The bubble guts.
All right, enough of the poop talk.
Yeah, I know.
That's enough for one sitting.
I normally
Sorry
don't
if
even
you don't
talk
like
about
poop.
it like that because it grosses me out too. But
Well, we're about to have a kid. You're gonna have shit all over you sometimes.
Yeah, and those baby poops, those are.
Yes, you are. I ain't changing all the shitty diapers.
Facts.
I'm not.
And when they're little babies, like no one tells you
Oh
this,
my god,
but they're
seen
like
videos.
CD.
I've seen videos of
Yeah.
like there was a mom just
I never expected it. I
doing
thought something was
playtime
wrong.
with her kid. And she was like, oh, and you could tell the mom voice, like all happy and cheery.
Yeah.
And she sees it running down and she's like, oh God. Like it literally changes. And I'm like, it's great. It's awesome.
That's how it goes. Or like if you have a boy and you pick him up without a diaper on or something, and they just start peeing on you.
Yeah, we figured out
good
that one of our friends gets peed on a regular by his
Yeah.
kid.
My brother did that to my mom all the time. One time on a plane. I would be pissed.
What a G.
So what kind of game are we playing today?
Today, we're gonna play a really fun game. I'm sure we've all heard of this book before. It's called the Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh.
Yeah, and I made a little game. And so, since 1955, the Guinness Book of World Records has brought to our attention the utterly amazing accomplishments of some of the craziest feats known to man. Also, some of the more uncanny. So today, here at Threddit, we'll dive into some of those maybe less known achievements, because who really cares who can deadlift the most? Does anybody care?
No.
Oh, but anyway, though, it is Hafbjörn Julius Bjornsson
You said
Quit
that well.
cheating.
of Iceland, who did it with a standard bar and straps at a weight of ready 1,105 pounds. Yes, 1,105 pounds with a strap and a standard bar deadlift.
that's insane.
And yeah, if the name sounds familiar, Hafbjörn Julius Bjornsson, he is the Game of Thrones actor who played the Mountain.
Like-
oh, I've seen him.
Yeah.
He was a mountain.
No, it's the guy from.
No, he was the Mountain. I guess that's his name. I don't
Okay.
watch Game of Thrones. I don't know.
Dude's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I don't care about that one. I want to hear about a balloon enthusiast who can balance a lawnmower on their chin for 7 minutes and 2.06 seconds.
A lawnmower.
A lawnmower
Fuck.
on their chin.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's what I'm talking about. And that's Rita Furman in 1997. I feel like that one's probably going to stick for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, balancing a lawnmower.
Cody, stop looking at the paper.
You are.
I'm not. I cannot read that shit even if I wanted to.
No, he was looking up on his laptop the Guinness, what the game's about, and then he's looking up.
I was not.
Is that
You
is that
were.
is that Bjornsson?
Yeah, that's the Game of Thrones guy.
Let me see.
Lord,
Yeah.
It's a big.
that's a
big
unit.
man.
Exhibit A.
What did he do again? Was he the
He-
lawnmower on his chin?
No, that's the mountain in Game of Thrones.
I
He-
vaguely remember.
He deadlifted 1,105 pounds with a standard bar and straps.
Gosh.
I think he's like fucking 6'7" or 6'9". So he's 6'9", but he had a girlfriend that was like 4'9".
Holy shit.
Oh, that's that guy?
Yeah, that's this
Oh,
one.
I remember that
I
from a
think
couple
I've-
years ago.
I think
yeah.
I've seen him on TikTok, like pictures and stuff. All right, so
Okay. So I'll be reading you some of these unique records. Like I just read, a balloon enthusiast balanced their lawnmower on their chin for how long?
when
There will be multiple choice answers like that to those kinds of questions.
Okay.
All right?
you can't touch the laptop during the game time. Do you have the Post-it notes and the pens?
No, I'm not.
No, I don't have the post-it notes
Do you want to grab them?
and the pens. Yes, I can.
We are going to write down our answers and then show them all at the same time.
We should get the whiteboards that
I know
we
we need to go to
about.
Dollar Tree and grab some
Yeah.
little ones, real cheap,
Dollar Tree.
where everything's not $1 anymore.
Yeah. I saw a video that they were making everything $7 or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
A Dollar Tree?
And I was like, that just defeats the purpose of the brand,
That's bullshit.
the company itself.
Okay, so we'll all write down our answers, and then we'll show them.
Yeah, I got you.
Take one, pass it.
One, pass it around.
How many questions are there?
For this installment of Guinness Book of World Records quiz game
Do we
here at Threddit, there will be 10 total questions.
Oh, I guessed right.
Do we get a new sticky note each time, or
No, I think we'll just.
you're numbering them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just use your own. But soon enough, we're going to have some whiteboards, dry erase boards. It'll be much nicer.
What if your answer for number 5 and 6 is way longer than expected?
I think it's just going to be like A, B, C, or
It's
D. He said
ABC.
it's multiple choice.
Oh,
It's just ABC.
If you
If you
listen
would
to the
listen.
directions.
God.
Yeah.
I don't listen.
Clearly.
Clearly. Jesus.
Anyway,
No written answers.
so here
On
we
one
go.
sticky note? Oh my God.
Number 1 on Guinness Book of World Records quiz game here at Threddit. A man by the name of Richard Scott from the UK obtained glory when he swung back and forth on a swing set for how long? A, 28 hours and 20 minutes. B, 33 hours and 32 minutes. Or C, 36 hours and 32 minutes.
And we just show you our answer?
Yep. Take your times to think about your answers. Write your answers down. All right.
Okay.
Pens down.
Okay.
If you answered C, 36 hours and 32 minutes, you're correct.
Oh, shit.
You should
Okay.
go around and ask us what we picked.
Yes, I could.
I
That
picked
would be
B.
better.
I
Yeah.
picked B too.
Megan picked B.
I
The only one who got it right was fucking Cody.
You got it
You
right.
picked C?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Man went balls to the wall 36 hours.
Good job, Cody.
Thank you.
I guess.
And if we all remember correctly, Cody is wearing the belt still. He walked away victorious in our last game, so he's sitting on a high horse right now.
And I will not be knocked off, Chris.
We'll see about that. Offering number 2. We all know Joel Strasser, most famously for putting 534 paper straws in his beard. But how many pencils did he put in his beard in 1 minute? A, 49, B, 59, or C, 69?
Sorry. So immature.
In 1 minute.
In 1 minute. Yeah. How many pencils did he put in his beer in 1 minute? Everybody ready? All right. Yeah. Okay. We'll start with you, Megan. What you got? A, 49, B, 59, or C, 69?
B.
Megan's got B.
I went with A, 49.
Cody's got A, 49. Willow?
I went with B as well.
B. And the girls would be correct.
Yay.
It is 59.
Woohoo!
Yes, Joel Strasser put 59 pencils in his beard in 1 minute.
And just like that, the game is tied.
That's a lot of pencils, man.
That's a lot of pencils in his
Yeah.
beard.
Some weird shit.
All right. More on my man Joel later. Number 3, childbirth. It happens every day. So naturally, somebody has the record for most at once, right? And it's,
Like how many children?
yeah, most delivered at one
Okay.
time.
Holy shit.
And it is Halima Sissi in Casablanca, Morocco, with how many delivered at once? A, 9, B, 11, or C, 7? Take some time to think about those answers.
Didn't I make a TV show about her?
I don't know, but I think I remember seeing
What
like
was
an
the first
article
one
or
again?
maybe Dr. Phil.
A is 9, B, 11, C, 7.
All odd numbers. Don't look at the paper.
I'm not looking at the paper. Okay, maybe I'll just fucking look at the wall from now on.
Thank you. That's all I ask.
Don't worry, I got a sticky note covering the answers.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Okay.
I get that a lot.
All answers in?
Yes.
All right. Willow, A, B, or C?
I put C.
C, 7. Okay. Cody?
I went with A, 9.
A, 9. Megan?
I went with A as well.
A? It's A. 9. 9 babies delivered at once.
I've definitely heard of that one before.
So now, if I'm doing my math correctly, Megan has 2, Cody has 2, and Willow has 1.
Yep.
Here we go. Number 4. If you don't remember where you were in 2001, when Ismael Rivas Falcon of Spain pulled a train weighing 6,069 pounds over how many feet? Are you even human?
I guess not.
So, did he pull a 6,069 pound train, A, 31.3 feet, B, 32.8 feet, or C, 37.5 feet? I know that one's a brain buster.
Yeah, that one's
Something about the decimals that just really threw me off.
Hey, this is Guinness. These are exact numbers.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. Go. Cody, what you got?
I got B.
Cody's going with B, 32.8 feet. Megan?
I chose C.
C. Okay. Willow?
I chose B.
Okay. And it is B.
Damn.
32.8 feet.
Cody's in the lead.
Did you expect anything else?
Oh.
Just gonna give him a glare. No response.
All right. So, Cody's in the lead with 3. Willow and Megan have 2. Here we go. 5th offering here. Patricia Meads Hansen from the U.S. took the record for tallest cow back in 2014. How tall was that cow?
She owned the tallest cow?
Yes, it was one of her cows out there in the pasture.
I thought the cow's name was Patricia.
No. Patricia is a woman who proudly owned this cow. And how tall was this cow? A, 60.5 inches, B, 66.2 inches, or C, 74.8 inches.
How do you expect us to know this shit? I'm just wondering.
Hey, maybe you should bone up on your Guinness Book of World Records.
There's so many of them. You know what? I know what happened.
This is how to defeat the like ties and stuff. I feel like.
When we were in Florida and you were reading.
I got a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how that happened.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't I see a world record? Never mind.
You suggested the game idea.
I did, didn't
Yes, and I was like, well, that's funny because we spent like 2 hours just reading out of the Guinness Book of World Records on the bachelor party trip.
Yeah, that's
That's how we spent our time.
Yeah.
Such classy men. All right, everyone ready?
Okay. Willow, what you got? A, B, or C here?
I put A.
A. Okay. Cody?
I put A, but I already forgot what it was.
It's 60.5 inches.
There you go. That's what I'm going with.
All right.
Because that's what it is.
Megan?
I chose C.
You chose C? Well, oddly enough, Megan's right.
Oh shit.
It's C. 74.8 inches, which, quick math, is just
5.
over 6 feet.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Just over 6 feet tall, this cow. Like standing on all fours, not like upright, like a human. Yeah. That's a big fucking cow.
Yeah, because in my opinion, most cows are like probably average about 5 to 6 feet. So I was like, it has to be more. If you've ever stood next to one, they're not that much
You know,
taller than
I didn't
me,
even
but-
think that far into it, but I probably should have. Yeah, that would have been. I probably would have gotten that one right.
You didn't.
Now
If I
y'all
thought
are
about it.
tied.
Yeah, you and Megan are now tied.
No, not for
But
long.
fun fact on this one, I got these off of the GuinnessWorldRecords.com, and on this record, there was a comment from Xenomorph who commented, "Farmers don't like to risk growing cattle this tall. The stakes are too high."
That's funny.
Fucking dad joke.
Okay. Now, here we go. 6th offering here on the Guinness Book of World Records book quiz. Number 6. On a crisp, cool day in the USA, a man named Charles Osborne was weighing a hog before slaughtering it. He began hiccuping. The year was 1922, and he lived a life in full where he married twice and fathered 8 children. But when did his hiccups stop? A.
Fuck.
I feel like these are riddles.
Right.
I thought we were talking about like the fucking pig, how heavy it was, and then we go into fucking hiccups.
Yeah, the year was 1922, and he started hiccuping. When did he stop? A, 1972, B, 1988, or C, 1990?
Is this a real thing?
This is real.
I'm pretty sure I've heard about this.
Really?
Yeah,
This is
wildly
all,
enough.
all of this is from the Guinness Book of World Records.com.
Just take a guess, babe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
Cody, what you got?
B.
All right, Megan.
B.
B. Willow.
I put A.
but A. And you're all wrong.
It's C.
It's C, 1990.
That's a long fucking
That's
time.
that's why
from
I'm like
1922
70 years
to
of
1990.
Like
Of
non
hiccuping.
fuck.
Do you have any more details? Was it non-stop hiccuping?
He just, he hiccuped constantly on a regular basis from the year 1922 to
How
1990.
the fuck are we supposed to know that?
I get the hiccups often, and let me just say, that's enough for me. So to be non-stop hiccuping,
For 70 years.
does he stop when he's sleeping?
Dude, that would be miserable.
Yeah, that is. All right.
So, Megan and Cody are still tied. Willow, you need this one.
Okay.
You need this one to stay in. This is round 7, all right? So after question number 7, we got to make some cuts, all right?
Okay.
Only the top 2 will remain. All right? Here we go. Number 7. Like I said, we all remember Joel Strasser. The man is a serial record breaker. There's nothing he can't put the most of in his beard. His latest and greatest triumph is putting how many candy canes in his beard?
Jesus.
A, 187, B, 91, or C, 222?
Wow, that's a big jump.
How many straws did he put in his beard originally?
Paper straws was 534.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you say the answers one more time?
A, 187, B, 91, or C, 222?
And he's not timed this time, right?
No, this is no
Okay,
time.
okay,
No,
alright.
this isn't
Alright.
timed.
Okay.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, pens down. Megan, what do you got?
Down.
I chose A.
Shows A, 187. All right, Willow.
I chose C.
C, 222. Cody.
I went with C as well, Chris.
C, 222. And Megan got it right. Yes. 187 candy canes in this man's beard. Right? That is
Candy
impressive.
canes are like way thicker. They're weirdly shaped. I was like, I don't think paper
I don't
straws
know.
are just
I went
simple.
for the highest number because I was like, he put a lot of straws in his beard.
Yeah.
Let me just,
Right, but they don't tell you how big those paper straws are either.
Yeah.
Really.
No.
Well, I am out of this game then.
It was a good run, Willow. You came out strong.
and I'm in the lead.
You came out strong.
No, we're not doing that.
He's like, I haven't lost yet.
Give me my fairy dust sprinkle sound.
All right. So we have Cody and Megan. Here we go.
Why does she get one?
You both get one. You both got to the second round.
I'm
Here we go.
winning.
And Megan is
Let
winning.
me have
I mean,
this.
she's winning by 1.
Yeah.
4-3. All right, we got 3 more here. Who's going to take it home? Are we ready?
Yes.
Offering number 8. I'm sure we've all wondered how fast we could go on a motorcycle blindfolded. Thanks to Billy Baxter of the UK, we know we could go at least blank while riding a 1200cc Kawasaki Ninja. Is it A, 171.8 miles per hour? Is it B, 159.28 miles per hour? Or C, 164.87 miles per hour?
He did this blindfolded
Blindfolded.
on a
That's crazy.
1200 Kawasaki Ninja.
Yes. How fast did he go?
Well, I think the top speed, depending on the year, but it should be like roughly 186, 190, somewhere around there.
Okay.
All Japanese bikes were capped for
Okay.
a long time. They felt like going over 190 mile an hour was too fast.
Do you remember the options? Because you keep talking.
Yeah, now not anymore.
Okay. It is A, 171.8, B, 159.28, or C, 164.87.
I don't think he topped that motherfucker out. No way.
Are we all in?
Yeah.
Answers are locked in. Pens down. Megan, what you got?
C.
C, 164.87. Cody, what you got?
Megan copied me. I picked C.
I had mine written before you, so
So you both are on C, huh?
yeah.
You would both be right.
Yes.
He hit 164.87 miles per hour on a 1200cc Kawasaki Ninja blindfolded.
If I didn't say that, would you have picked a different answer?
I had my answer down like shortly after he's even stated it. So I didn't hear any of your motorcycle knowledge mumbo jumbo. I just
right.
went with the gut.
All right.
Yeah, but roll the tapes.
Yeah, can we watch the replay? Okay, so Megan's got the lead by 1, 5-4.
Will she keep it? Yes. No, I don't know.
So, Cody, either you have to get this one or she has to miss it. All right, you ready?
You feel
Yeah.
confident?
You ready?
I do. Yeah.
All right, don't let the pressure get to you now.
Yeah.
Offering number 9. How fast can you push an orange 1 mile with your nose? A Shrita Furman pushed one with his nose for 1 mile in blank. A, 21 minutes and 59 seconds. B, 26 minutes and 25 seconds. Or C, 22 minutes and 41 seconds.
Wait, can you say the answers again? I already forgot.
A, 21 minutes and 59 seconds. B, 26 minutes and 25 seconds. Or C, 22 minutes and 41 seconds. And that's how fast you can push an orange 1 mile with your nose.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of those are fast as hell, though.
Oh, I don't know. I crossed my answer like 2 times. I'm just going to go.
All right, Cody, what you got?
I went with B. I think it takes a while.
B, 26 minutes and 25 seconds. Okay.
I went with C.
Megan went with C. And Megan got it right.
Fuck.
I almost chose A.
And if I'm not mistaken, that means Megan's the winner.
Yeah, I got 2 ahead of you now.
She's 2 ahead of you. We only got 1 more.
Do you want to do it or are you good?
But I'm going to do it because I want to.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, because I put a lot of work into these, and this is a lot of fun.
Bonus, whoever gets this right wins the game.
No. I've worked really hard. Don't
No,
take it.
Megan wins the game. Good job, Megan, everybody. Good for you. Good for you. But I do
about
want to read this
time.
question. Everyone can play in this one. Willow, you can play too. All right. And since we're still here, how about one more for the man, the myth, the legend, Joel Strasser. And how many chopsticks did this motherfucker put in his beard, huh? How many?
Oh my God.
Is it
I'm so
A,
over it.
501, B, 520, or C, 537? How many chopsticks did Joel Strasser put in his beard?
All right, I'm ready.
What is your obsession with this guy?
I thought it was
I
really
want to see
interesting,
this
okay?
beard right when we're
Right.
done. I need to see this beard.
I do too.
Wait, Chris, let's do the answers first, Cody, so
Yeah.
you don't see it.
I already wrote mine down.
Okay.
That's why we're
all right.
writing them down.
All
Stop
so
being
let's-
abrasive.
So let's go ahead and Willow. How many chopsticks did he put in his beard?
B.
B, 520. Okay, Cody.
C.
C, 537.
A.
A, and Willow got it right.
Woo! Girl power.
520.
What's this guy's name?
Joel.
Joel
Joel.
Strasser. Strasser.
Is he related to Stassi?
But
Let's look at this fucking beard. That's not a crazy
Look
beard.
at that. Look at that.
That's a totally normal looking beard. I expected him to
hey,
have.
but he knows how to use it.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
it's
I'm
not the
about to
size
say.
of the beard.
Right.
It's how you use it.
Right. And
you
so
see?
I hope we all learned something today.
Kinda
I learned about
disappointed of how it
Joel
looks.
Strasser.
I thought that shit was going to be
Like puffed out, hanging down a little bit. Yeah.
big.
Dude, there's 300 of them in every city. Guys
Yeah.
that look just like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I wish that I could have the like beard space. Right?
That's a picture of the candy canes.
I mean, look at that.
He has a picture of like Christmas ornaments.
Can I see? Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit in your beard.
Are those the straws? Where the hell is Yum?
I have no idea. Is that toothpicks? That's pretty impressive.
That's dangerous.
Looks like a porcupine.
Could you imagine if he sneezed?
Yeah, I know. What if he was in a process of putting all this shit in his beard and then he sneezed or something and they all fell out? Fuck.
Bummer. Well, that was fun.
That
I'm
was
glad I
fun.
won.
Yes, Megan walks away the victor. And if you didn't know about Joel Strasser before today, consider yourself a better human being for knowing about him now. Because he's fantastic. And what a beard this man has.
What a beard.
What a beard.
Not impressed.
I'm impressed because I can't grow one. So, like, yeah, if I could just have the beard space like that,
You'd be shoving everything in it.
and let alone the packing ability that he has, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's impressive.
Beards ain't empty, cuz.
Hell yeah. Probably got all sorts of stuff hidden in there.
He's like at the restaurant and pulls out his hot sauce.
Right, yeah. It's like, don't worry, I got to pack it in here somewhere.
All right.
Well, that
Well,
was fun.
guys, yeah. Thanks for joining us this week. And If you like the podcast and, share with your friends, leave a 5-star review, follow, subscribe on everything you can. And if you have any topic ideas for us to do in the future, let us know.
Yeah.
And leave a comment. Just tell us what you thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to let us know what's going on because I got nothing else going on, really. This is all I got. This is all I'm doing.
Keep it real, but keep it sweet.
I just sit around here waiting for you guys.
Don't make us cry. And we'll see you next week.
Peace.